Ah, yes, the noble crow, the so-called genius of the bird world, the feathered scholar, the winged philosopher. Yeah, right. You know what that actually means? It means you're smart enough to realize just how awful your life is, but you can't do anything about it because you're still a bird that looks like it crawled out of a goth teenager's diary. From the moment you hatch, your life is a mix of screaming siblings, loud human cities, and the constant risk of being chased away from literally anywhere you land. You think you're majestic? People think you're either a bad omen or a flying garbage inspector. Spoiler, they're right about the garbage part. Your baby photos look like Halloween props. Let's start with the childhood experience, or should I say, the hellish introduction to existence. You're born with scraggly, patchy feathers, bulging eyes, and a screen that could curdle milk. You don't look cute. You look like the villain in a children's puppet show. Meanwhile, ducklings look like yellow marshmallows. Owlets look like fluff balls with oversized eyes. Even pigeons, for all their urban dumpster diving habits, manage to be sort of cute when they're small. But baby crows? We look like wet socks with a beak glued on. The whole omen of death. Thing isn't helping our PR. It's bad enough to be ugly as a baby. But then you find out your species' entire marketing department has been run by 14th century plague survivors. Congratulations! You're not just a bird. You're a bad omen. People see you and think, oh no, someone's about to die. Excuse me? I'm literally just here to eat a stale French fry from the sidewalk. Not everything is a prophecy, Karen. But nope, centuries of superstition mean you're forever stuck with the reputation of being death's little intern. Ravens get it too, but at least they have that whole mystical, Game of Thrones, poetic vibe. Crows? We're just a Walmart brand of apocalypse. You're stuck in black 24/7s. Look, some animals get seasonal color changes. Arctic foxes turn snow white in winter, warm brown in summer. Chameleons? Color magic? Peacocks? Walking fireworks? Crows? Black, always black. Summer? Black. Winter? Black. Rain? Black. You try wearing the same outfit every day for 20 years and tell me how it feels. And of course, our glossy feathers get us the oh-so-fun nickname, Flying Oil Slick. We're basically goth kids who never grew out of the phase. Everyone thinks you're a raven and gets disappointed. Oh my gosh, is that a raven? No, it's not. I'm smaller. My tail shape is different. My voice is different. I'm a crow. And without fail, the second people realize I'm not a raven, their eyes glaze over like they just found out their favorite celebrity has a secret TikTok account for reviewing toasters. Ravens get all the cool roles in literature, mysterious messengers, wise companions, symbols of dark beauty. Crows? We get portrayed as petty thieves who yell at farmers. Which, okay, that's not totally inaccurate, but still rude. We're smart, which makes it worse. Yes, we can solve puzzles. Yes, we can use tools. Yes, we remember faces. But let me ask you something. Do you think being smart enough to recognize that humans are destroying your habitat, polluting your food sources, and occasionally shooting at you is fun? Ignorance is bliss, and pigeons are living the dream. They waddle around without a thought in their heads except, where's bread? Meanwhile, I'm over here contemplating the futility of existence while digging through a McDonald's bag for cold fries. You have to shout all the time just to be heard. Crows are loud. We don't chirp. We don't sing. We caw. And we have to caw a lot because in crow society, gossip is life. Hey, Marge, there's a dead squirrel over here. Carl, watch out. That cat looks suspicious. Did you hear about Frank? Yeah, he flew into a window again. Unfortunately, humans don't appreciate our important community updates. They just hear an obnoxious noise at 6 a.m. and throw shoes at us. Which is unfair because honestly, the real obnoxious noise is whatever lawnmower their neighbor starts at 7 a.m. we can. Eat anything. And that's the problem. Crows are opportunistic eaters. That means we'll eat roadkill, French fries, Vorns, fruit, and occasionally, things I'd rather not admit to in public. But here's the problem. Having a strong stomach doesn't mean the food situation is glamorous. Our fine dining includes greasy fast food wrappers, discarded apple cores, and the occasional questionable sandwich from a park bench. We're basically the raccoons of the sky, except raccoons at least have the dignity of little burglar masks. Humans are petty and remember our faces. This is a double-edged sword. We remember human faces, but humans also remember ours. And you'd be surprised how long some people can hold a grudge over something like, stealing their shiny garden ornament, or pooping on their car, or allegedly stealing half a hot dog out of their hand. The next time they see you, they glare. They mutter. Sometimes they actively try to shoo you away. It's like living in a small town where everyone knows your business, except the small town is the entire planet. Every cool trick we do gets ignored. We can recognize ourselves in mirrors. We can solve multi-step puzzles. We can even remember where we hide hundreds of pieces of food over miles of land. But do we get credit? Nope. People are too busy being impressed by dogs doing tricks they learned with 6 months of treats. You think anyone's ever thrown a world's smartest bird parade? No. But if a golden retriever brings someone their slippers, it's suddenly national news. We're social, which means drama. Crows live in large, complex social groups. That sounds nice until you realize it's basically high school with wings. Who's dating who? Who stole whose nesting spot? Who dropped food during the group hunt, and now everyone's mad? We hold grudges. We form alliances. We remember betrayals. It's like a reality TV show, except no one's getting paid, and the prize is just surviving another winter. Nesting season equals everyone wants to kill you. When you're a crow parent, your entire personality becomes aggression. Anyone gets near your nest? Attack. Human walking a dog? Attack. Random squirrel? Attack. We turn into feathery helicopter parents, which doesn't exactly make us popular. The result? Humans waving sticks at us, squirrels screaming, and entire neighborhoods thinking we've gone rabid. No one appreciates our cleanup services. We eat roadkill. We clean up trash. We basically act like little feathered sanitation workers. But instead of being thanked for preventing more rats from moving in, we get called gross or nasty. Sorry for trying to save your city from smelling like a dumpster fire. Janet, the whole mob by birds thing. Here's a fun fact. Crows don't like predators. Hawks, owls, eagles, we see them. We attack in groups. The problem? Sometimes the predator fights back. So your noble act of defending the neighborhood turns into getting punched out of the sky by a hawk. Winter is a nightmare. We roost together for warmth, which means thousands of us cram into the same trees. Sounds cozy, right? Yeah, until you realize the noise level is deafening, the smell is potent, and everyone's pooping everywhere. It's basically a frat house, except no one's having fun. We die in the dumbest ways. For all our intelligence, crows have a talent for getting hit by cars while trying to eat roadkill, or electrocuted on power lines, or stuck in chimneys. It's like being a genius trapped in the body of a self-destructive daredevil. So yes, we're smart, adaptable, and everywhere. But that just means we're smart enough to know we're stuck eating trash in a world that thinks we're evil, ugly, and annoying. We're the philosophers of the bird world, cursed with knowledge, burdened with bad PR, and constantly shouting into the void. Being born as a crow is like being the most competent employee in a terrible company. You can fix a lot of problems, but at the end of the day, you're still surrounded by garbage. Thanks for watching.